Oh God. Oh, oh, there we go. Oh my God, dying over here. Okay.
All right, where am I going? Oh, I didn't think it would actually let us go in the water. It's just gonna be like tasteless and foul. Kind of want that popcorn bucket though. Yeah, thought so. Lying through our teeth. Oh, excuse me. I go kill this monkey for you. That's not what I wanted to hit. Playing too much Monster Hunter. Come in. Getting my buttons. Ugh. Almost wonder if it'd be possible to like hook Alexandria up to the void or the 13. Just siphon off a bunch of that energy. But of course, it'd probably backfire, and the 13th would consume the Alexandria for its horrible hunger for ether. I still feel like there has to be a way to...
Do you remember what I said to you before all this?
to like generate enough power,
That life
energy or ether.
is a series of journeys. That you must be true to yourself, for indeed, there's no telling what awaits. I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't expect to behold such sights. The future is as fluid as the water beneath us, truly. Tell me, my friend, have you ever wished to be reunited with someone who has passed away?
There's a couple.
I have. I do. But I think, above all else, I wish that they had lived. If only for one more day. Just one more day. A joyous one, if I could choose. I did all that I could to make it happen. I tried everything, and spared nothing. In that manner, I was able to keep some few souls out of harm's way, but so many were beyond my power to save. What would I have done then, had I this? And you? Can you imagine yourself spending eternity here, knowing no loss?
I think my character would get bored. Like, extremely bored. I still feel like make enough machine bodies, do the whole, like, thing like Otis, where you take the memory and like a blank soul, put that memory in that blank soul, slap him in one of those machine bodies like Otis, and there you go, it's self-sustaining and you don't need all these aether and souls to keep him running. If they slowly start doing that, then there wouldn't be a need to keep this place running anymore. Or at the very least, as you start to move people out into their real bodies, like you can reduce like the energy strains, like how much you would actually need to keep the place running. Maybe something like, after an Endless has been in this realm for so long, then they're moved out into one of those machine bodies. And then that would allow resources to be spent on recreating people who haven't been recreated yet. It's like, surely if we were to, like, get Speen and Sid and, what was it, Shade? Shale? Like, get those three, or at the very least, like, Sid and Shale together. Maybe with, like, Alphanod and, like, Cryle. They could come up with some kind of unlimited power source in a very small package for, like, a body. And just make enough of those, enough machine bodies to just transfer everybody into it, and then we wouldn't have to go through this whole mess. Because obviously, Otis was in that body, sustained for hundreds of years.
Oh, excuse me.
Probably even have, like, a system in place where, like, you die, you come here as an endless, and then eventually you're recreated, and then eventually you're allowed to have, like, a machine body as, like, a second chance kind of deal, where there'd be, like, a couple of months to a few hundred years, and then, but if you then die again, then that's it, because then your body doesn't get restored.
We've switched on the circuits like you asked.
Thank you, everyone. Hopefully, this does the trick.
Oh! Amazing.
Wow! Look, Mother, look! It's beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
Wuklamat! Oh, where are you? Wuklamat!
By the gods, it's Namika.
Begging your pardon, but I'm looking for a child. A small Shibrali girl. Have you seen her by chance?
You are Namika, aren't you? It's me, Wuklamat. Don't you recognize me?
Oh, what am I to do? The child and I, we aren't related by blood, but she's as dear to me as my own.
It's all right.
You? Could it be?
Yes, Namika. You know these eyes, this voice. It's me, Wuklamat.
Oh! It is you! Oh, how silly of me. But if you're here, then that means...
No. I'm still alive.
Oh, good. Thank the gods for that. But what power has brought us together again?
It's not a dream. Or rather, it is a dream come true.
Just look at you, my Wuklamat. Stronger and more assured than I've ever seen. Such hazards you must have braved and hardships endured to come so far.
It was tough, but I made it thanks to my friends. And to you, Namika. I'm the person I am now because you... Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm... Looking back, I've had a blessed life. And it was because I was a part of yours. When I lost my child to illness, I thought I'd never know happiness.
You were mine too.
to have this chance to speak with you again and leave nothing unsaid. I know not how or why. Where you must go, I cannot follow.
I will. Mama. I will. And one day, I understand why Sving cannot bear to let them go. But as painful as it is to part, we're meant to live and die. Come.
Oh, the new memory is its own thing.
Sleep tight, everyone.
I know not who you are, but my thanks for your timely aid.
Your fate's so strong!
That was amazing, Otis! And you too, miss!
Ha ha ha! Fiends such as these are naught to be feared.
Well then, dealt with it already, have you?
Be at ease, one and all. So long as I, Sir Otis, live and breathe, no citizen shall come to harm.
Otis! Of all the people, could you really be that Otis?
I'm certain I do not know what you mean by that, Otis. I am who I am, and I should very much like to know who you are.
You're Sir Otis Villona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Elect, you cooked a most delicious repast.
Gululja. Solution 9. I've never heard of such thing. These events of which you speak are utterly unknown to me. Could this be? Villainy! You seek to bewilder me for purposes most foul!
No villainy intended, I swear. Tell me I'm not mad. This is definitely the Otis we know, right?
I say! What are you whispering about there? Wait! I've no time for this. I must attend to my preparations for the founding celebration. The children begged and begged that I perform in the marquee play, and I cannot possibly disappoint them. I take my leave of you. Good day!
Founding celebration?
Oh god. I mean, I guess I am a dragoon. I do jump around a lot, so rabbit makes sense. Oh, whoops. Hell yeah. What up, Ultra? How's it going? Oh, not too bad. Still feel like there's gotta be like some solution to this like aether energy problem. Like some kind of alternate resource to be used to sustain the Endless to some degree. Instead of jumping right to, nope, gotta suck an entire realm dry. It's the only way to do it. We gotta kill everybody on the planet. And that'll keep us going for a little while.
Even if just like putting them all in robot bodies. I mean, that's true. Because it's not like once they turn it off, they die. It's just the memory's still stored on the servers. The servers are running, but the data's still there.
Well, this seems to be the right place. What's on the program, I wonder?
And where are the others, for that matter?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. A great conflict rages over precious electrope, and the kingdom of Alexandria has been embroiled in the chaos. When the royal capital comes under siege, the kingdom's valiant knights lay their lives on the line for their beloved Princess Sphene. I bid you keep your handkerchiefs at hand. Now, without further ado...
I really feel like it would have been really funny if it was just like Emmett Selch doing a little narrator bit. Like, not actually him, but like his model. And then it goes away. People are like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a royal knight!
I beg your pardon? What a twist!
Oh, unbelievable.
It would be super funny.
Ha! Yeah! Arg! I am killed!
Are you unharmed?
Oh, I am, thanks to you, my dearest Otis.
My dearest?
And so, in no small part due to the valor of the royal knights, the kingdom succeeds in repelling the invaders. But their jubilation proves short-lived. For in mad defiance, the enemy unleashes a forbidden weapon which brings about a terrible calamity. Full many lose their lives. The good Queen Sphene, shining vision of hope, among them. Joshua! Here's a... What's happening?
Is it over already?
And then, though the people grieved their queen's tragic passing, guided by her legacy of compassion. Oh boy. They, worked hand in hand to overcome an age of hardship, and in time, they built a peaceful and prosperous Alexandria. A new Alexandria.
Pray forgive me. The memories. They had me in a vice grip.
All's well that ends well.
If I may ask, during your improvisation, you spoke of a new Alexandria. And so I'm given to wonder, do you hail from a time after mine own?
We do. And we're living people, not endless.
My word! That I should meet the living in this place. There is another question I dread to speak aloud. A question I couldn't bring myself to pose to newcomers out of fear of the truth. Alexandria. Does it still exist?
It does. It isn't quite the place you knew, but it endures. The descendants of your people walk its streets and live each day to the fullest as proud Alexandrians.
They live. We live. I had failed to protect my queen, but to hear that, it brings me a measure of peace.
You were there too, Otis. That is an incarnation of you.
Of me? That's absurd. But wait, something comes back to me. When they were researching a means to resurrect Her Majesty, memory preservation or some such, I volunteered to be a test subject. No. It is a fog I cannot pierce.
that's not all. He was a father in all but name to the new king, Gululja. Whatever you may have failed to do, you're the noblest of souls, Otis. And your deeds, your sacrifice, gave us hope that we sorely needed.
Tis miracle. Verily, there can be no other way to describe it.
It is. It really is.
My, what comfort you offer! With such dependable souls to take up my shield, I may rest easy indeed. I beg you, watch over our new king. The war changed my queen. To her final moment, grief darkened her gentle countenance. I've not the honor of knowing Galul-Jah, but I pray that for all his days, he shall have cause to smile.
We'll see to it he does, Otis.
Do I have to actually go around?
That night, he was the one who looked after Galul-Jah. And now you follow in his footsteps.
And those of others as well. We've come to know how much Sphinx people loved her. How much...
I see.
I mean, at least it's a reasonable thing to be afraid of. Like, man, wouldn't it just be like super crazy? Go back to what we were talking about before. Where if, like, after Emmett is gone, they just start taking his model and sneaking him in as, like, disguised NPCs. But nobody brings attention to it until, like, years later. Finally, they have, like, a quest being like, so, like, what's the deal with this? Why do we keep seeing him everywhere? Call it, like, name of the quest is like, everywhere I go I see his face, or something like that. Wait. Shouldn't we head right then? Okay. What if, for like an April Fool's one year, they just like replace all the NPCs on the server with MXL, but like dressed up like he's cosplaying those NPCs? Call it the everywhere emit system. Like the Yajima thing from like Yakuza.
That rather resembles Arcanima, wouldn't you agree?
indeed. While similar arts could have developed independently across reflections, this verges on being identical.
Identical.
Is something wrong?
What?
Do we know each other from somewhere?
Come on, dear!
Oh, I'm sorry, but I must be going.
Wait, please!
You're new here, I gather. It may seem strange at first, but give it time. You'll grow accustomed to it soon enough.
No, we shut it down.
No, I'm not. Rather, I'm. Oh, what can I say? Of course. This earring. Do you recognize it?
Impossible.
My name is Kryle. When I was a baby, I was taken from this world to another, where I grew up without knowledge of my past. I know not how much time has passed for you, and, things may not be as you expect them to be, but I'm here now. I found my way back. This earring, it contained a code with which I was able to reopen the gate. And I did, and I'm here. And...
Could it be as she claims?
She's not lying. I can tell. And there is no mistaking the earring. Oh. How you've grown, my darling daughter.
it has been 20 years.
Yes, names. I'm Robor, and this is Alila, your mother. Doubtless, we have a mountain of questions for each other, but perhaps we can take this somewhere quieter? The heat wells, for instance. There's a spot there where we can relax and chat.
Right? What I find kind of crazy too is like they're all so shocked by, oh my god, I can't believe like her dead parents are here, blah blah blah. It's just like since like the start of this game, how many of like ghosts and spirits and people like long since deceased and demons and all sorts of other supernatural magical entities that exist but shouldn't exist that we've like dealt with in one way or another. But oh, my parents being brought to life as machine ghosts. Oh, this is so crazy. I don't know how to react to this. I guess maybe Krill hasn't like dealt with it as much as we have, but like I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be like that shocking. I mean, I guess that's fair. That's fair too. Okay, there's not that many birds. Okay. Oh yeah, since you're here, I do have a question. What's the new like main hangout area? Like where you like trade in all like trade in your coins to get new gear or like just trade in all the stuff you get for like doing duty roulettes and whatnot. Is that a place I haven't been to yet, or is that coming up? Oh, is it Solution 9? Okay. Wasn't sure, because I figured I probably needed to update my return from Razatan. Figured I might need to update that if I'm going to be doing a bunch of roulettes and stuff once I'm caught up. If I could just like pop over there and trade in tokens and whatnot. That probably should probably go back to Solution 9 here real quick. I'm assuming it's like the Nexus Arcade area is like the main one. Although I don't remember seeing any like
real tomb traders, though. Unless it's because I just haven't caught up that it's not, like, unlocked yet. So I don't really see much. Oh, I guess there's token exchange. It says they're not open yet. Is that because I'm not far enough in the story? That it just hasn't, like, added in everything? Oh, okay. Gotcha. And I'll go back here to the main Aetherized, set that as my return place. So I imagine I don't really have a reason to go back to Razadhan anymore. Now I can go back to here.
Never did we imagine that such a reward awaited us. Isn't that so, Robor?
Yes.
The Matrix, kind of?
Oh, don't mind your father. Like me, he's still getting used to seeing you all grown up.
So it's kind of the Matrix, sort of.
This is just excruciating.
Yes, well, a 20-year blank is not so quickly filled.
Even so, there's got to be something we can do.
A little bit.
You know, I think I might have an idea.
Is this the final area? Or is there still more after? Okay.
Raha?
What is he doing?
Good old Graha.
Oh, you needn't force yourself.
It doesn't taste of anything to the living, surely.
No, I mean it. I've never tasted anything so good.
It really does taste so much better when we're all together.
Yes, indeed.
Oh. The king of getting out of awkward situations.
Truly. But at the very least, we can give you some answers. You've risked so much and come so far from them after all.
'Tis our understanding you are researching a power called interdimensional fusion.
To begin at the very beginning, there is a legend passed down by our people, the Milala. In the distant past, we abided in a different world. Our homeland was a paradise of eternal summer. The flowers were always in bloom, until, that is, the great calamity turned the very seas to ice. As those around them froze to death, our ancestors looked to a mighty relic for salvation.
I feel like this lends more theory,
and used it to
more
flee
credence to my
another
theory
reality.
of
The other reflections undergoing specific elemental etheric imbalances. Because now we're hearing about one that's just suddenly, it's Arctic, the entire planet's Arctic, frozen ice age. While currently we're standing in like the remnants of one that was like too much electricity.
The key is none other than that relic. And it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted
It's
to
an
use
old
the
spear,
key
I
to
just
flee
re-glamored.
again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership. Desperate as we were, we accepted
That means there
their
must
help,
also
only
be
to
a
later
world of
discover their
fire, of
ulterior
too much
motive
wind,
to
of too much
plunder
earth.
other worlds of ether. Seeking to frustrate their plans, we defected from the Order, and as their agents closed in on us, we seized control of the prototype gate and activated it.
What followed you already know. We sent our daughter and the key through the portal, entrusting them to the men we encountered. You were born with an unusual gift, you see. Upon learning of it, Preservation sought to subject you to experiments.
An unusual gift. The echo, I dare say.
Our people, the Milala. Are there any ways I might learn more about them?
There are. such as visiting the cavern inside the volcano. Our ancient homeland has been recreated there. While it's intended to serve as an entertaining diversion, it ought to teach you a thing or two about our history and traditions.
May we go there? Of them. And of the legacy my parents entrusted to me.
Sure, by all means.
Since I put that spear back down, I can do this again. So as it turns out, the people with like those headpieces on, whenever they die, their bodies are taken away, and then their souls and memories are pulled out of the body, memories separated from the souls, and the memories get stored in like a big super machine. We thought that's all it was, but we've now discovered that here in this place, all of those memories are having like bodies recreated for them where they live essentially forever in these like 4 or 5 various areas that recreate past areas of the Alexandria. And then that's what they're called. They're called the Endless because they're like machine ghosts, I guess. Like ghosts created from like the memories, but they're like real and tangible, and you're here and you can touch them. And like the whole big thing why like the big invasion was going on is it costs a shit ton of like living aether to sustain and power these Endless to have like bodies and exist and to keep this place running. Which is why like the initial invasion of Tuliolao was happening, because it's like, well, gotta do anything to sustain and keep my people alive, so it means I'm gonna invade Tuliolao, kill everyone, turn them into Endless, harvest all of their soul energy, and use that to power the Endless. And then since we put a stop to that, now Speen is like gonna turn herself into a different person, wipe her memory so she can be cruel and evil that she needs to be, and do a full like realm merger, which will kill pretty much everyone. Yeah. And then the system even will arrange for people who knew each other when they were alive to meet up again, should they be recreated at the same time. Alright, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it's kind of like a Disneyland, kind of. Like one of them's like really theme park heavy. This one's modeled like where like adventurers and warriors and stuff would like go. Which is why there's a volcano. There's like hot springs because like all the tough fighter people want to hang out in like volcano area and swap old war stories and whatnot. And then one area was like a recreation of like the main Alexandrian city before the big war between their two races. Yeah, like we've talked to like several of these Endless who are just like, yeah, we appreciate everything she's done for us and we will be eternally grateful, but a lot of us are pretty satisfied that we've gotten to meet up with people we never got to meet up with again, or like one person was going to propose to a lady, but then he died. And then even like a couple hundred years later, when the other lady finally passed away, she had no memory of him because whenever someone dies, the machine erases the memory of the death, so they'll never remember it. But she always had this feeling of, I'm missing someone important. So she never married anybody. So now that they've met up again several hundred years later as Endless, they got to propose to each other. So it's like stuff like that, but there are a lot of them are pretty satisfied being like, hey, we're every time, like, because like you could still quote unquote die here and then eventually just get reconstituted. And a couple of people have been like, yeah, I've been reconstituted a couple of times, but every time that happens, I see that there's less and less Endless getting recreated. Or sometimes you'll get stored in the machine as a memory, and it might be like a few hundred years before you get reconstituted, just because there's just not enough power to go around. They can only make so much at a time. So they're like, if she can find the way to stabilize our power source, if we can all be together, good. But otherwise, the rest of us are just kind of like, but if she can't, we're pretty happy and satisfied. So, like, none of the Endless are going to be, like, trying to stop us from doing this. Most of them don't even know, but they're also, like, when they fade away, they're just kind of like, oh, well, that's fine. I almost wonder if these preservation people are just Asians in disguise, trying to help people create new technologies so they can use it. Because if they perfect interdimensional fusion, then the Asians can just go finger snap, everything's fused back together. The other thing, too, is, like, shutting off all the servers and everything doesn't necessarily mean that, like, the memory's wiped. I imagine it works like real-world servers where, okay, yeah, sure, you turn the server off, but, like,
the data is still stored on those hard drives. So they could just flick it back on whenever their suitable power source is gotten. Little bit. The big stained glass, thing doesn't, definitely adds to it. No, that's not arcane calculations. It's mathematical calculations that allow them to do stuff that was arcane. What? Well, I know that one's right? Yeah, that one's right. That one's not right. Maybe that one is right. That one's definitely. Okay. The fact they were calling it arcane calculations was throwing me off. Masks, you say? Yeah, definitely like Asians. Okay, so okay, I can't understand. Okay. So there is, that's 1, 2. There's 2, 3, 4. I think it's just 4. Yeah, it seems like 4 to me. 4 different masks. Or yeah, definitely Asians.
Finished at last.
If the legend is true, the Malala were refugees from the source. But what is this relic of theirs that can bridge worlds? Who made it? And to what end?
Oh, so they came from the source. Boo! So it's not another reflection that went all ice mode. Damn. Obviously, it's Asians.
Much about the key remains shrouded in mystery.
It was made by the Asians. There's masks created by the people. Come on. Who do we know that make weird, wondrous, super ultra technology who love wearing masks?
How they had managed to do so, much
It's not
less
the
the underlying
Asians.
principles of the technology. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion, let alone who imbued the key with its power, when they did so, or why.
The answer's on the wall.
But remember this. The key is a tool, and like all tools, in and of itself, it is a force for neither good nor evil. Once taken in hand, however, its capacity for both is made plain. In delivering one man, it may doom another.
As did preservation, Queen Sveen seeks to wield the key in the name of those she loves, and in so doing, makes her people party to the destruction of countless souls.
Yep.
We have told you all we can. To be able to share this with you at the last, it feels as though we've...
You've come to shut down the terminal.
Yes, we have. But perhaps there's another way, one that...
For the longest time, we've sought a means to erase ourselves before our knowledge could be used for ill. And so press on. Press on, and don't look back.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess just a bit ago they did mention, like, the South Sea Islands having the fourth umbral calamity, where everything went all to shit with, like, ice and blizzards. So I guess that means they were from there, like they were saying.
May I ask you one last question?
That should do the trick. I'd have to go turn the AC on. Even though it's like almost 2 in the morning. Outside the thermometer says it's like 68 outside. It's still like 78 in my house right now. Let that run for an hour or two before I turn it back over.
Of course, my dear.
I just realized I like set my controller down, took my phone with me, and was talking for a second when nobody could hear me.
Why did you leave it with me?
Because, Kryl, we wanted to see you again.
Oh, well, not that I really said much other than just the fact that it's like 2 a.m. and 78 degrees in my house still.
With you.
So I was like, okay, maybe I run the AC for like an hour or two.
hint to guide you to us, so that we could live in hope.
We've dreamed of this day for so long, but now that it's become reality, we wonder if we deserve to enjoy it. We wanted naught but the best for you, yet we've always wondered how much you might have suffered in our absence.
Do not torment yourselves so. As fate would have it, you entrusted me to a good man. His name is Galuf, and he raised me as his own. What's more, I've been blessed with the finest comrades anyone could have. It's thanks to you that I am here now, hale and happy. So please, be at peace. Be at peace. Mother. Father.
You already have a beautiful name, but if we might call you by the one we gave you? Maya. Our dearest Maya. We love you more than life itself.
Maya. My name... My name is Maya.
Are you sure about this? You can leave the terminal to us, you know.
No, I must do this. Kryl, Maya, Baldessian must press on. Press. Farewell, Mother. Farewell, Father.
Farewell.
I wonder if you'd like say no, and she goes, "Well, too bad," and then turns it off
You
anyway.
know how to do it.
I do.
I guess that's fair. I know this isn't gonna happen. It's like, how would he stop us? But I keep expecting us to get to one of these in Aaronville and go, no, we're not turning this one off. My mother's here, we're not doing it. But it's just like, what's Aaronville gonna do against the Warrior of Light? Like, him in what army that he doesn't have? Because, like, Kakue, Wuklamat, you know, they don't have a proper grasp or understanding of the might that our character wields. But, like, Aaronville would know. Like, if I'm gonna shut this thing off, he can't stop me. You know, it's not to say that, like, Wuklamat wouldn't know that our character's really strong, but, like, you know, they don't know, she doesn't know the shit we got up to back on. back on home turf.
Before I died, I had 2 wishes. The first was to see who my Eleneshpia would become. I would say that wish has been fulfilled. Indeed, it has. For the boy who once shunned company has returned a somewhat sociable man, surrounded by wonderful friends. As his mother and mentor both, I couldn't be more proud. As for my second wish, that was to see all manner of nature that I had never seen before.
Would I?
I hoped to explore every corner of the world and there find thriving life.
I mean, kind of helicopter parent, but she also did was his teacher for all of the adventuring stuff he was able to do in his research and surviving in the wild and doing all sorts of stuff like that. So it's kind of understandable that she'd be kind of helicopter parenting. As a parent and teacher both. Okay, go on. My vents are open. So I had to make sure I couldn't remember which vents I had closed or not closed. Oh.
But I didn't even get to see all of Tural, did I? Never enough hours in a day, or days in a year, or years in a life.
Kafkiwa.
Oh, don't give me that look. Though, what I was so poorly trying to work up to asking was this. I want you to help me fulfill my second wish. I have a good feeling about this place. There is so much here I've never seen before, I just know it.
Yeah, what? Just because I turned the air on a little bit doesn't mean you get to get all hyper and needy again. Little man. I know you want to chase the thing. Yeah, there you go. Little monster, you.
I thought you might say that. Thank you. Windspath Gardens is home to a collection of flora and fauna that once thrived on the continent. Like the rest of living memory, I haven't explored it in earnest. Controlling my vessel demanded all of my attention. But at long last, I'll get to meet the creatures here. Wrap things up with a perfect little adventure. So, shall we?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
We're to grant you your wish, and then what? You leave? You cannot ask that of me.
Oh, Ellen Neshpia. Please understand. I just wanted to end on a happy note. Not only for myself, but for all of us. Better that than a sad goodbye, surely.
What do you want, cat? What? Cat distracted. Okay. Dragging flowers because I'm a rebel. Howdy ho. Right after a beer. Yeah, no, it's really nice. Like the kind of rainbow pattern there.
See, that's another thing, like, we can make use of. The Endless, to go traveling to other planes with the Lolavitos, or Lolaproys, the Moon Bunnies. So we wouldn't have to worry about like the long trips or the we gotta put you in stasis to travel all of this time or whatever if we can't devise a fast enough way to travel. Just like, oh well, we're ages and we don't die from old age as long as nothing here's gonna kill us. Surely the Moon Bunnies would be able to devise a way to keep the Endless running. Or at the very least, devise an alternative to the system in which they're maintained now that doesn't require, like, living ether to power. Wapiaras. Giant capybaras. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to get to the Aero Terminal, turn that one off, And then the new version of Sphene is going to be like, that's what I wanted you to do. Now you've freed up all that processing power, so now I can process the interplanar fusion even faster now. You fools. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, pretty much. What I'm expecting. Granted, maybe I'll be wrong. But I keep expecting, like, oh, thanks for freeing up all that space for me. Here we go.
How delightful this has been. Not since my... No. I'm selling it short. This was even better. And that's because I was able to share this adventure with my darling boy. Well, this is as far as I can go. As for the rest...
Just stop. You're doing it again. Deciding everything by yourself, and then disappearing.
To be fair, Aaronville,
Eleneshpia,
Krill just had to, like,
you're my pupil.
erase her parents, too, so
you ought to understand.
quit your whining.
Everything that lives must one day die, and that which has died isn't meant to return. This is the way of nature. Mine is an unnatural existence, and I've suffered it only because I had to unmake this twisted mausoleum. But now that brave souls have appeared to whom I might entrust my mission, I may finally embrace the end. Can't you be happy for me?
How could I be happy?
I was actually quite scared, you see. Scared that I'd be trapped inside the barrier forever and denied the thrill of discovery for all my days. Your coming gave me courage and comfort, Eleneshpia. More than you know. And now here I stand, unburdened and free. In this moment, the happiest of my life.
As you wish, Mother. I'll continue what you began. You were right, of course. Leaving home has broadened my horizons. I've met my friends and found this place. So I bid you leave your dreams with me. And no, I'll go where you couldn't go, and do what you couldn't do.
Look at you. All grown up and dependable.
What? Bruising for a bruising.
Yet with so much more ahead. A world of experiences await you, each a lesson of its own. You may know failure and burning regret, but these too shall become beacons to guide you. So come what may, hold your head high and carry on with conviction. And wherever your journeys take you, I should like to be there, to see what I haven't seen.
You will be, Mother.
We want cat. Here for more punishment.
Now, run along. And never forget that you're my pride and joy. I trust you all can handle the rest. Take care, and farewell.
One hand here while I play the cat. Shut it down. Alright, time to see if my theory was correct. That, wahaha, thanks for shutting down these terminals, you fools.
That makes all of them.
All that remains is to wait for the meso terminal to become vulnerable when it's about to initiate fusion. and then we strike.
And then we strike.
Please be advised, we are entering the final phase of world bridging. Repeat, we are entering the final phase of world bridging. The ether of all residents will shortly be replenished. Be at ease. No action on your part is required. We thank you for your patience.
Wait, it's already begun?
Alrighty. Is this...
And that's like, what, patch 7.5, or is this like the end of like 7.1? And I don't know like how far or where the patches went. Oh, I thought killing Zerulja was end of 7. Okay. Mistake. Oh, I guess that's true. You did say that. Oh, is it that much? Oh, then I might. Yeah, if it's gonna be a big, long sequence of events, I might need to save it since it's already like almost 3. I think that would be a good plan.
I mean, I could stay up for a couple hours, but I do actually work tomorrow. That would be a good idea to go to bed.
Yeah, I think that's tomorrow night. That's the plan, unless, I don't know, something comes up. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is a dungeon. And then there'll be the trial, obviously. That makes sense. Yeah. That's a good idea. Alright. Then I will save it for tomorrow night. I try to start a little bit earlier, not dawdle around so much like after work, just to give myself more time. But yep, I think that's gonna be it. Yes, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good night. Sleep well if you can. See you guys in the next one. Bye. Clicking the play button. Yes. Thank you. Good night.